On behalf of Jeep and Daimler Chrysler, thank you for purchasing a Jeep Grand Cherokee, the gold standard for sport utility vehicles.
Grand Cherokee has many outstanding options and features, and this video will show you how many of them work. Keep in mind that this program is not intended to be a substitute for your owner's manual and the various warning labels.
We'll cover some of the items that may be included with the particular vehicle you've purchased or the option level you've selected. But for complete information, make sure you carefully read your owner's manual and operating tips brochure, as well as all sun visor warning labels.
For easy reference, the video is divided into 8 sections that are identified by colored symbols appearing on both the back cover of the video case and in the lower right-hand corner of the screen.
Some of the features we'll demonstrate can be programmed to work differently if that's what you prefer. We'll indicate these features in the graphic that appears when we begin to discuss the feature.
When we cover these features, we'll describe the default settings used when the vehicle is shipped from the factory, but you'll know that you have other options available.
Now, sit back and enjoy the presentation. Your Jeep Grand Cherokee may be equipped with a remote keyless entry system that operates the power door locks. The key fob transmitter operates by radio frequency even when you're up to 30 feet away.
Simply press the unlock button once to unlock the driver's door or twice to unlock all the doors and the liftgate. If you prefer, you can program the system to unlock all doors with a single press. Pressing unlock 1 or 2 times also switches the interior lights on for 30 seconds. The lights also stay lit for 30 seconds after the liftgate and the last door are closed. However, if you lock your doors, the light will turn off immediately. To lock all the doors as well as the liftgate, simply press the lock button once.
By the way, because most of these vehicles have remote keyless entry, there's no manual key cylinder on the front passenger door. This helps reduce the possibility of a thief entering the vehicle. An added feature prevents the power door locks from working whenever the driver's door is open and the key is in the ignition. That's to help prevent you from locking the keys inside or leaving the headlights on.
Remote keyless entry also activates the panic alarm. Pressing the panic button will make the headlights and marker lamps flash, the horn sounds repeatedly, and the interior lights turn on. The alarm will stay on for 3 minutes until you press the panic button again or until vehicle speed exceeds 15 miles per hour.
Your Grand Cherokee may include the Vehicle Theft Security Alarm, one of the most advanced vehicle protection systems available today. When the alarm is activated, the horn will repeatedly sound and the lights will flash. The system is armed by locking the doors with either the keyless entry transmitter or the power door lock switch. The flashing red light on the top of the instrument panel indicates that the system is armed. To disarm the system, simply use the transmitter or key to unlock. By the way, it's possible to unintentionally disarm the system. If you open the driver's door with the key and then relock it with the key, you've disarmed the system without rearming. Be sure to use the transmitter or power door lock switch again to rearm the system. When the system is armed, you can accidentally set it off by attempting to open the door. To turn the alarm off, use either the transmitter or key to unlock and disarm the system. Grand Cherokee also features the Sentry key engine immobilizer system to help prevent theft.
Unlike conventional keys, underneath their protective gray covering, your keys contain a small integrated circuit chip. The chip contains a tiny radio receiver and transmitter. When you insert the key into the ignition and turn the ignition on, the car transmits a randomly coded signal to the chip located in the key. If the system receives the proper response from the key, it enables the ignition system and allows you to start the car. But if the wrong key or no key is used, the engine will start momentarily, run for approximately 2 seconds, and then shut off. Now, you don't need to take any special steps. The system works automatically. The only difference is that if you ever need additional keys, you can't simply have a duplicate made at the local hardware store. You'll need to contact your dealer to get a Sentry key with the integrated circuit chip.
Please note that if your key ring also contains a Sentry key from another Daimler Chrysler vehicle or a similar device designed to make electronic transactions faster, they could interfere with the system and prevent you from starting your car. To prevent problems, simply make sure that such items are more than 1 inch away from the ignition when starting the vehicle. You'll notice the front passenger lap and shoulder belt system has an orange adjustment knob with 2 positions. The vertical position indicates the cinching mode. This allows tightening or cinching the lap belt when used with a child seat. It also allows the front passenger to tighten the lap portion of the belt. In the horizontal position, the non-cinching mode enhances the front passenger seatbelt comfort during off-road maneuvers. You should select the desired mode before buckling up, as it makes adjustment easier. According to crash statistics, children are safer when properly restrained in a rear seat rather than in the front. So children 12 and under should ride properly buckled up in a rear seat if available. Remember to never use a rear-facing infant seat in the front passenger seat. If you must use a forward-facing child seat in the front seat because the vehicle is crowded, please do the following to minimize the risk of harm from a deploying passenger airbag. Move the passenger seat as far back as possible. Use the proper restraint for your child, described later in this tape. Turn the orange knob to the cinching mode toward the seatbelt icon. Install the child restraint according to the manufacturer's instructions. Insert the latch plate into the buckle until you hear a click. Tighten the lap portion of the seatbelt by pulling on the shoulder portion of the seatbelt webbing. Any seatbelt system will loosen with time, so check the belt occasionally and pull it tight if necessary. Remember to move the child seat to the rear seat when space becomes available. The rear seat belts always operate in the cinching mode.
Next generation driver and front passenger airbags are standard on all Grand Cherokee vehicles. But keep in mind, they're only meant to supplement the seatbelt restraint system. Everyone in your vehicle should always wear seat belts or be properly restrained in the back seat in the appropriate child seat, even though your vehicle has airbags. The driver's airbag is mounted in the steering wheel. The passenger airbag is seamlessly mounted in the instrument panel above the glove compartment. One word of caution: a rearward-facing child seat should never be used in the front seat because the child could be seriously injured or killed by a deploying airbag. Make sure you read the sun visor warning label as well as the owner's manual. One important component of the airbag system is the warning light. It will illuminate for 6 to 8 seconds whenever you start your vehicle to signal that the system is operating properly. Your airbag system requires service if the airbag warning light does not come on at startup, if the warning light remains lit after startup, or if the warning light illuminates while you're driving.
Children weighing up to 60 pounds should be secured in a back seat, in a rear or forward-facing child seat, or a forward-facing booster seat. Now, older children not using a child seat should ride properly adjusted and buckled up in a back seat.
There are 3 types of child restraint systems generally available. Rearward-facing infant seats for babies up to a year old and weighing less than 20 pounds. Forward-facing child seats for children older than 1 year and weighing from 20 to 40 pounds. And forward-facing booster seats for children from 30 to 60 pounds. If you're using a booster seat, be sure to adjust the seat side to side as well as the turning loop so that the shoulder belt is properly located and goes over the child's shoulder and not the child's neck.
Infants less than 1 year old should be carried in a rearward-facing add-on child seat and used only in a back seat. Never install rearward-facing child seats in any front passenger seating position. The deploying airbag could strike the seat and cause severe or fatal injury to the infant. Refer to your owner's manual, the driver and passenger sun visors, and the instructions provided with your child seat or booster seat to make sure you're using it correctly.
The rear doors of every Jeep Grand Cherokee come equipped with child protection locks. When these locks are engaged, they prevent rear seat occupants from opening the doors from the inside.
Power door locks are programmed to automatically lock whenever vehicle speed exceeds 15 miles per hour, and also to unlock all doors when the driver's door is opened and the transmission is in park or neutral. Now you can change these settings if you prefer. Refer to your owner's manual for step-by-step instructions. No matter where you drive your new Grand Cherokee, you can depend on exceptional stopping power and steering control from the Jeep's standard four-wheel anti-lock brake system.
Now keep in mind that your vehicle's ABS brakes operate like conventional brakes to stop in normal conditions. But when ABS senses that a wheel is locking during brake application, the system activates.
During an ABS stop, the brakes work differently. When you press firmly, you may feel a vibrating sensation as ABS controls the brake pressure. And when your vehicle comes to a complete stop, you may feel the brake pedal drop slightly as the ABS shuts off.
To maximize the control ABS can provide, there's only one thing to remember: never pump the brake pedal. Manual pumping of the brakes will diminish their effectiveness and will cause an increase in stopping distance. Just press firmly on the brake pedal and let the system do the work. To ensure that the components of the system are operating safely, ABS performs two self-checks. The first one occurs when you start the vehicle. When you turn the ignition key, the ABS light will illuminate momentarily, and you may hear a clicking sound. And if your foot is on the brake pedal, you also may feel a pulsation.
Another ABS self-check occurs when your Grand Cherokee reaches between 6 and 8 miles per hour. This time, the ABS will make a low humming sound. If you happen to hit the brakes at this time, you may also feel the pedal vibrate. If a problem is detected, the ABS warning light will illuminate, indicating that the anti-lock braking system is not functioning properly. If this occurs, have your vehicle serviced. In the meantime, your Grand Cherokee will still brake as well as vehicles with conventional braking systems. Remember, ABS will not necessarily reduce braking distance, but it will help you maintain steering control during braking, improving your ability to avoid road hazards.
Always make sure that your rear view and side view mirrors are properly set before driving. Note that the rear view mirror pivots at 2 points, at the bottom and the top of the support. This allows you to adjust the mirror's location sideways or up and down, as well as its angle. Taller drivers may want to take advantage of the double pivots to raise the level of the mirror.
Now, let's look at some of the important operating procedures and features that make your Grand Cherokee such an attractive package. The instrument cluster includes a number of warning lights designed to alert you to important vehicle conditions. These warning lights will briefly appear when you start the vehicle to check the bulbs and circuits. Then they'll turn off. If they reappear while driving, the vehicle may require service. The seatbelt light reminds you and your passengers to buckle up before driving, along with a chime if you've forgotten to do so. The light remains on until the driver's safety belt is fastened. The airbag light alerts you to a potential problem with the airbag system. The brake warning light indicates either that the parking brake is on or that the system is low on fluid. The check gauges light warns you of a potential problem with engine temperature, oil pressure, or the charging system. Look at these gauges for more information. Now, if the airbag, brake, or check gauges warning light ever remains on, they indicate that your vehicle needs immediate service. See your dealer as soon as possible. Your vehicle is equipped with a sophisticated